I'm gonna bold that. I like to bold my links to make them pop, Control B, and then I go Control K to get the link. A pro tip, you can actually make an email link by typing mail to TO colon and then the email address. So if I hit add, that should turn into a link. Hey teachers, my name is Mike Fuchigami. I am the host of the SEOTpreneur YouTube channel. It's a place where TPT sellers get together, teachers like you, and we use strategies and try to figure out effort and optimize what we do and tinker around with some experiments to take the lessons that we use in the classroom and to sell them online to other teachers, which is a hard idea to wrap your mind around at the beginning. You know how we share content for free with your colleagues? I mean, you're not going to charge for photocopying this resource, but then the idea is, what if you could sell it to other teachers? And I like the big idea behind Teachers Pay Teachers of creating this marketplace that brings buyers and sellers together. And you might be thinking, well, why would anyone pay for that resource that you used in the classroom? Because they could make it themselves. And the answer is because they don't have the time. We're all super busy. There's never enough time. And so basically the idea is, okay, well, I have a resource that I can ease your pain. You need something to teach next period or next week. And here's what I use. And so this is the value of the resource to that person. And as long as the price that you're asking for is less than the value of the resource to the other person, then it's a great deal. You make some money and the other teacher gets a resource that was awesome in your class. I'm going to start a new series where I'm just going to try to make a brand new TPT store and just walk through the process of trying to spend 30 minutes per episode just creating the store and working away. So the very first thing I need to do is set that timer, because otherwise I will talk forever. Countdown timer, 30 minutes. We all have different lives. Some of us are still in the classroom teaching full time. Some of us are retired. Some of us are out of the classroom for whatever reason. And maybe this is your full-time gig. Maybe you need a side hustle. Who knows? I sell on Teachers Pay Teachers, and my store, EduCircles, it's been up for a little bit, and I have about $80,000 in revenue in US dollars. That's the experience that I'm going to take into making a brand new TPT store. I would not do this for my teaching products because I'm hyper-focused on creating awesome social emotional learning content for grade 8 students in English language arts, because that's what I was as a teacher. And chances are that's what your store is going to be about. I could put this in a course, but let's be honest. The thing about courses is you don't know what you don't know. You might take a course and discover that you already know everything there, or you might take a course and discover it's all brand new and it's great learning. Everyone sort of goes at their own pace. The thing about coaching or courses is it's not like there's one coach that has this magic key. And if you unlock this magic key or this magic bullet, then everything will become easy. The reality is making money on TPT or making money anywhere or success in any field takes time. 10,000 hours to become a musician, to become proficient, that's the number that's thrown around. So 10,000 hours to become an awesome TPT seller? Maybe, I don't know. Let's see if we can enjoy the process. Mike, stop talking. Let's try to create a brand new store and just walk us through some ideas as we do this. I'm going to log out of my EduCircle store. And the store that I'm making is completely different from my current TPT store. So I have this free Google Sheet tool that I made for some TPT sellers with some options that I think help us to sell better on TPT. The tool is becoming more and more complex as I add more features. So I'm going to try to offer a very super simple version that's on TPT that basically everyone will be able to use to very quickly see how your products are doing and pull up some information that we don't get from the TPT dashboard. So that's the idea behind this new TPT store. So let's create a new account. I'm going to go to teacherspayteachers.com. I'm going to click on join. I'm going to go for a free basic seller account. Join now. Let's do that. All right, so let's fill in some information. I teach grade 8, no, middle school. All right, I'm interested in English language arts. I am in Canada. I'm in Ontario. I do not want to receive emails. I'm not a robot. Okay, let's click next. So address, I'm gonna use my work address. At this stage of the game, if you're just starting, you're obviously gonna use your home address. Eventually, you're gonna wanna grow your business so that you have a business address. I rent a mailbox and that's my business address. And I think I pay around $20 Canadian per month for that. Welcome to your new store dashboard. Here we go. Next. So super interesting. When you choose a store name, it doesn't let you choose a store that's related as store name, but I have Mike Fuchigami and I was able to create multiple Mike Fuchigami stores. So that's very interesting. All right. So my goal right now is to move the needle, because you can work on your store a bunch and nothing actually gets done. My goal in the next 25 minutes is to put up a product, to add a new free product. So you're going to take your free resource, whatever it is, and you probably have to make it a little bit more presentable to be used for other teachers. When we create stuff for our own class, we know what we're doing. But if you're creating it for other people, you might have to tidy it up a bit. So I'm going to take my Google Sheet and I'm just going to make a copy. And this is the TPT version. So TPT free simple data tool. I like to put version dates in my files only because I update things, but you do you. I'll keep it in a public folder. I'm going to change that green icon. Let's put it as a purple circle. TPT is kind of peculiar because some emojis and emoticons it allows, but not all of them. But this is the file name for a Google Sheet, so that's fine. TPT seller simple data tool. Okay, TPT version. All right, simple data, a free seller tool. There we go. Make a copy. So I have created my resource. It's a Google Doc. And I need to make sure that other teachers can get a one-click copy. Now, this is already shared publicly. Anyone with the link, it's already been shared publicly. So if I was to copy this link, and if I was to go into an incognito window and try to paste it in, it'll load. I won't be able to change anything because it's view only. I'm going to actually turn it into a forced copy link. And the way that we do that is you just take your link and you get rid of the stuff after the question mark. And then where it says edit, you change that to copy. So I'm going to Control C, copy that. If I click on it, so now it's going to ask me to make a new copy. I'm just going to paste this link somewhere. In fact, I'm going to make it in a Google Doc. Something to know when you make your files. I have a Gmail account for personal use and I have a Google Doc for work. And the thing is, you cannot transfer the ownership from a Gmail account to a Google Workspace account. If you're creating stuff on your work account, I would think twice about that because the whole question is whether or not your employer has access to those resources and do they own stuff that's created on their infrastructure. So I would think twice about creating that. But if you create stuff on your Gmail account and then eventually you buy a domain like I did, like at SEOTmindset.com. SEOTmindset.com is a Google workspace. Then you can't actually trade ownership. You can only make a copy. You can make someone an editor, but you can't make them the owner. So I'm going to create a folder in here. A free seller tool. I'm going to just put it in here. I'm going to make a new folder, and I'm going to call this TPT version. So in my TPT version, I don't think this went to where I thought it would, but that's good enough right now. I'm going to create a new Google Doc. And so now I need to provide some instructions. So a free seller tool for TPT sellers like you. Obviously, I need to do something better than that. But my goal is to be live and have a product that's good enough for right now. So I have 21 minutes. Click the link below to create a copy of the Google Sheet. There we go. And in fact, if I click on that and I open it in a new tab, fantastic. There's the forced copy. Oh, I need to simplify it. I haven't actually done that. So let's close this. Here's the TPT version. Now, if you got this, there's just way too much going on. So I'm going to delete all of these extra features. Oh, I might keep the 80/20 tool. I'm not sure. That might confuse people. I want to keep it as simple as possible because some do not love computers and Google Sheets is probably something they haven't used before. So let's keep it simple where they don't have to click on new tabs. All right. I'm just tidying up my resource to get it ready to share with others. And you probably have to do something as well. Maybe you want to add a footer with your copyright information or your name or information so that if a teacher found this handout at a photocopy, would they be able to Google you up? Oh, that's really cool. And, figure out how to get your resource. So let's simplify this. 19 minutes left. I'm going to get rid of this just so that there's only one tool. Okay, I have to get the terms of service so that they don't have to go somewhere else. And I'm not going to have the date. I will hide it. There we go. The column names won't change. Perfect. All right, step one. Click in the yellow cell file. Import. See, already this is going to, one of the challenges is most people on TPT just need a resource right away. So I think handouts that are print and no prep are ready to go. I think that's probably a market that I'm not tapping into. But the idea is something that other teachers like you are able to use. I'm going to probably keep this simple here. Click in the yellow cell. I don't like any of this. Watch the preview video on this product page for more information. This Google Sheet is provided as is for use at your own risk. That's going to scare people. Okay, so I'm going to need a link to my TPT product. I don't have that yet. Here's the product. It's good enough. I need to publish this. I have 16 minutes left. So I have my published link. Now this link will automatically make a copy of that file. Let's just see if it does. Make a copy. There we go. So here's a copy of the TPT version, a free seller tool. Okay, and download rate. I should probably close that, but okay. So if I close that in the original. So here's the trap. You're gonna try to make things perfect, or like, oh, I wanna fix this, I wanna fix that. The goal is to get a free product up as quickly as possible so that you get a sense of whether or not there's interest in your resource. The quicker we get it to market, the quicker we get feedback on whether or not this is a good resource. Now, I'm not saying put up, horrible, poor resources, and don't put up, obviously, other people's stuff. Put up your own resources. But some of us, like, we want it to look a certain way, and we have to accept that good enough is okay. The rule that I'm trying to use is 80% perfect. 80% perfect is good enough. I can put an email address. I'm going to ask them, if you have any questions, please ask on the TPT Store. Now, obviously, I should put more information than that, but it's good enough for right now. I just need to get it up. So a free Google Sheet. All right, let's make that prettier. If you have any questions, please watch the preview video of this product page to see how to import your TPT seller CSV data. And if you have any questions, please feel free to email mike@SEOTmindset.com. There we go. I should have more, but I don't. Now, something that I see other people doing is they put that copyright notice, right? No, I have no time. I'm going to download this file, download PDF. So for lack of a better space, YouTube video. I'm going to put a version code in here, version 2023. So it's now downloaded. If I check it, let's just click to make sure this link works. Yep, it works. If I go back, if I click on the email address, does it send me an email? Yes, it wants to send me an email. So that works. That is good enough. Let's create a TPT product. So add new product. I'm going to select digital download. I'm going to call it the exact same thing, a free Google Sheet data tool. I lost it. So let's make this a free Google Sheet data tool for TPT sellers like you. I need to select the downloadable file. So I'm going to go to my downloads. All right, there's the download. Auto generate thumbnails. Yeah, that's good enough for right now. And then I need to write some things. Oh, yeah. I just need to write something. And this is, yeah, okay, let's just write stuff down. Use this. Wish. Now, here is a free Google Sheet tool to help you analyze your TPT seller product CSV. And what can we do? So let's talk about the features. This is actually probably the biggest thing that TPT sellers, we don't realize. Like when we're a teacher, we just throw up like a quick description. But the big transition we need to make is the idea that if you were a teacher, would you buy it based on this description? I am going to copy all of the, oh no, I'm going to copy this stuff here because this is stuff from the handout. So here we go. So let's see. You can see your page view wish list rate, download rate, and sold rate, different color. So page view rate. Let's just turn this into bullets. It doesn't like 2 levels of bullets. It only like bullets, but if you indent it again, I find it doesn't really work very well. All right, is 20% good? Okay, so I'm just going to tidy this up very slightly. I have 10 minutes left. Sure what to work on to increase earning in your TPT store. Google Sheet. Keywords matter. TPT seller data tool. Let's see your page views, wish list rate in different colors. Make business decisions. Follow the money. All right, so that's good enough. If you have questions, okay, I'm going to put please email mike@SEOTmindset.com. I'm going to bold that. I like to bold my links to make them pop, Control B, and then I go Control K to get the link. A pro tip, you can actually make an email link by typing mail to TO : and then the email address. So if I hit add, that should turn into a link. Please note, this is a very simple version of my free seller tool that you can find on the internet. This is a work in progress. We'll update the preview with more instructions on how to upload your data. All right, so let's put some categories. Your first resource has to be free. By the way, you can't remove your first resource once you publish it on TPT. You can't even turn it off. So the moment you hit publish on this free resource, it's up and live. The way to take it down would be to publish another free resource, and then you can turn off your primary free resource here. Who is this for? This is not grade specific because it's for TPT sellers. It's only for TPT sellers. So that's it. Resource type. It's a Google app. Oh, here we go. By TPT sellers for TPT sellers. There you go. Custom categories. I don't have any. Yeah. This stuff here that we all skip at the beginning, you want to come back here and tidy that up for the resources that actually sell. Because let's be honest, if you have a bunch of resources you can choose from TPT, how do you make the difference? This one talks about which Common Core state standards is in and this one doesn't, and I need to teach stuff in the classroom, maybe that's going to be a selling feature for you. But I'm going to leave that blank for right now. Appropriate for Canada, it is teaching duration. I'm going to say lifelong tool. Number of pages or slide, 1 page with a link to Google Sheet. Answer key not applicable. This is an original work. It doesn't infringe on the intellectual properties of others. I'm going to click on that. Obviously, you're going to have to make your own determination. Make the listing active. You don't have a choice with your first resource. That's going to force me. So I'm going to hit submit. All right. So I have a free Google Sheet data tool for TPT sellers like you on my Mike Pichigami store. If I go to my store here, I have 5 minutes left. Wow, this is incredibly blank, right? I don't even see the product isn't showing up on the front page yet. That's interesting. Usually it shows up. It says 1. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time. There was a sign that said it can take up to an hour. So let's just test it. I'm going to test to see what happens. I'm going to click on download now, and this is going to it's going to save a copy of it. So I'm just pretending I'm a user. So I download it. I'm a teacher. I just get this. Click the link below to create a copy of the Google Sheet. Please watch the product video. If you have questions, email me. If I was starting a real TPT store, I want them to email me because I want to be able to communicate with teachers to get a sense of who's using my resources and what kind of questions they have. But at my stage of the game, I have too many inboxes and funnels where people are able to contact me. So I have to be a little bit more strategic in how I'm able to support this TPT store. Now, and then this works. Click on the LSO, paste in your TPT stats, right? That's not going to explain how to do that. Watch the preview video on, maybe I'm going to change that so it says coming soon. So I'm able to do that. So coming soon. There we go. Awesome. And that's all closed. All right. So let's go to my store, a free TPT seller tool. Oh, I should put a link to the product. Okay. So that was silly of me. So let's go to, can I see the product yet? Nope. It's not going to show up here. Let's go into the back end and see if I can view the product from my store, from my product listing. So a free seller tool. Here we go. Let's go to this product page. Here's the product page. Awesome. So I'm going to add that into my PDF. I've got 3 minutes. Please watch the product video on this page. Here is a pro tip, and you don't have to do this when you're just starting, but I can actually change this URL, right? Google Sheet data tool. As long as at the end, there's a dash and it points to the product ID number. So I'm going to just copy that. Let's just make sure this works. I'm going to open it up in an incognito window, paste that link. There we go. So that works correctly. 0 downloads. No problem. Interesting. I don't know if it counts the downloads from that free. I would have thought that there would be at least 1 download from me, but maybe not. This is just me personally. I put a version code to help me know. So 2023-12-20. So I have to upload this PDF. I have 2 minutes left, so I'm going to go download PDF, download it again to my computer. I have to have a slightly different PDF name, otherwise it might have problems with caching. Like if it has the exact same file name, sometimes that can confuse computer systems. Let's just go to teacherspayteachers.com, click on that store icon in the middle. I'm going to go to product listings. I'm going to go to edit this product. And I'm going to change the product. So I'm going to get rid of this downloadable file. I'm going to upload my new downloadable file, which I called A, with a slightly different file name. And I'm going to keep everything the way it is right now. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. It's absolutely not perfect. But it's good enough right now to get it live, right? That's the point. We're trying to move the needle. So I'm going to double check that this works. I'm going to click on download, save it to my computer. Let's save it here. Let's open this up. So if they open this up, here's the link to the Google Sheet, right? It makes a copy so they can make a copy that way. Lovely. I should probably put a link there, but I don't have time right now. And if I open up my PDF again, if you have questions, there it is. Oh, wait, it doesn't have my link. Wait, what happened? Maybe it's because what? All right, so let's go up here. It's probably because it's cached and it remembers an old update. I'm going to break the cache, which I do by adding a question mark and a bunch of random letters at the end. So it's forcing it to reload a fresh page. Let's see if that works here. I'm going to click download. 32 seconds left. Downloading it. Let's see if this version worked. Yeah, there we go. So I have this updated version. So sometimes, like if you don't know how to break a cache, don't worry. Just if you wait a little bit of time, then eventually that photocopy cache will clear. And now it goes back to this store, which has 0 downloads. That was 30 minutes. That's it. So the goal is to get a product up, because then the next time you work on this, you can see if there are any downloads. If you learned something new, please hit subscribe and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye now.